Hey, Shalom Akim. It's the brother Amawan from the Great Millstone Camp here in Philadelphia, giving all praises and due honesty to Howard Bashim Al Shah Bashim Kakudash. Double honors to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone, and honors and salutation out there to the hopeful elect. All right, so this it's a good video right here, man. Judgment, okay. Judgment during the winter season. Now I can attest to where I'm at, and I know brothers elsewhere can attest. That's affected by the winter season. That this winter or this season of winter has been the coldest season of winter in a very, very long time. And the news can definitely relate, especially if you're watching the news and you see, different parts of the states and what they're going through, like such as like Buffalo, New York, Chicago. I was watching the brothers in Texas, man. They was enduring a fiery trial, man. Like it's really that cold, and that's a sign, man. Like I said earlier, it's been years since I felt cold. Like when I first started going out, I started going out with the Akim. Those first couple of years were really cold. No, this winter, talking to the brothers, man, we agreed that this time supersedes what we went through before. We never endured a winter like this. And I'm used to the cold, and this type of cold is brutal. It hurts, and you can only imagine what people are going through, man. And if you're watching it, you see those different clips of how severe it is. According to this article, which it changes. Brother sent something about 37, but you look again, and the numbers keep changing. So this one, it says winter storm leaves at least 52 dead nationwide. New York residents remain trapped under feet of snow, and I think they're gonna have certain clips in this video. There's different videos I'm gonna showcase where people had to spend their so-called Christmas trapped wherever they were, especially in their vehicles. And you had a lot of people that died during this time, and more are going to be affected. And this is just the beginning, man. And this is all a sign in the scriptures. This is Matthew's 24:20. It says, "But pray ye that your flight be not in winter." And you see the different scenarios that you go through, like especially if you're flying, your flights are being canceled. All different kind of calamities are happening, especially with people dying. It says, neither on the Sabbath day, for then shall be great tribulation. So again, this is nothing but a sign that we are that we are in that time of the great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. So this is nothing but a sign. Because again, not last year was it like this, not the year before that. It's been years, man, but this one is supersedes that. And it says, no, nor ever shall be. So we are living in that time. We're getting closer and closer to the very end. I'm gonna read this a little bit. This is as a massive winter storm continues to blast much of the U.S. with brutal winter weather, leading to at least 52 deaths nationwide. Parts of western New York have been buried by up to 43 inches of snow, leaving vehicles stuck in power out for thousands during the Christmas weekend. Man, it's a sign, but these people, they don't realize that. You know, certain, you know, Christian Bible thumpers know that, oh, this is a sign, but they don't know to that extent of it, that it's the end of America, it's the end of Babylon. And as it said here, it says, "For then shall be great tribulation." So this winter that we're experiencing is nothing but a sign in the heavens. And you seeing the effects that it produces. It's nothing but judgment. It says New York Governor Kathy Hochul, I don't know how to say the name, told CNN the storm is the most devastating storm in Buffalo's long story history. So again, it's a sign. The heavy snowfall and blizzard conditions made road, and then you gotta look what Esau did to Gad and had him, you know, go through scenarios like this. Like Esau, you being paid back, man. And this is just but little. This is little. This is just another sign of America's inevitable downfall. It says the heavy snowfall and blizzard conditions made roads impassable with zero visibility, froze power substations, and left at least 17 people across the state dead as of Sunday night. So let me just play this video.
A nightmare for millions still dealing with this deadly winter storm that swept across. Thousands of flight cancellations and delays, and many wondering how they are going to get to their final destination. Massive snowstorms and chilling cold across the country led to dozens of deaths, and officials say the death.
Come on, that was crazy. He said their final destination. He emphasized that. Like, come on, that was no coincidence right there. If you brother seen that movie.
Now planning funerals after winter storms nationwide. For dozens of families now planning funerals after winter storms nationwide left at least 39 people dead.
There is substantial, significant, and devastating loss of life as a result of this winter storm.
Storm-related incidents now blamed for at least 17 deaths in New York State, 10 from the city of Buffalo alone, and that toll is expected to rise. Authorities report multiple people found dead in or near their cars.
That's crazy.
Stuck in cars for more than 2 days, and there are people in homes that are below freezing now temperatures.
The storm also dropping nearly 4 feet of snow, with an extra 2 feet still possible in some areas. Buffalo's airport is closed until tomorrow, adding to the growing list of flight cancellations across the country.
And this is just the beginning of the winter woes, man. This is just the beginning. Now we'll see. Time will tell if it's gonna get much worse. But this was a hell of a start.
Country.
I don't have no choice. Okay. But I'm going to stay here until Monday. At the airport? At the airport.
Thousands of passengers left stranded nationwide, some sleeping in airports. More than 2,800 flights canceled yesterday alone, and nearly 6,700 were delayed. And from coast to coast, treacherous road conditions. In Rockton, Illinois, several injured in this 8-vehicle crash. And in Ohio, a deadly multi-car pileup involving roughly 50 cars.
This is a stark reminder of what can happen when you get behind the wheel and try to drive.
Yeah, I could not help but to say something, man, with these people that drive today, man. These people are stupid, man. You know, I try my hardest not to add my 2 cents to it, man. But these people, when they get on the road, especially in conditions like this, they get even stupider, man. They drive even more crazy. Like it don't even make sense, man. And the majority of the times, what do you see? These damn tractor trailers, man. Like when it rains, I don't know, it's like some type of demon activates and they just lose all sense of intelligence. when driving behind the wheel, man. It's ridiculous. They usually be speeding. They throw caution to the wind, man. They don't give a shit what they're doing. I seen it with my own eyes multiple times on multiple occasions, man. When it's time to be precautious in certain situations, they do not do it. Their objective is to add fuel to the fire, man. These people do not pay attention when they're on the road. Majority of the time, they are on their cell phone, man. Anyway, not to take up too much time, I can talk about this all day, but let's get back to the video.
In bad weather conditions.
And
Try to drive in bad weather conditions.
ours.
This is a stark reminder of what can happen when you get behind the wheel and try to drive in bad weather conditions.
And power outages left hundreds of thousands in the dark over the weekend. And Con Edison, the power supplier to New York City, thanked customers Sunday for reducing their energy consumption.
Yeah, so you just go into the different scenarios that you go through during these winter woes. And this is just the beginning, and this is like we went into earlier. It's nothing but a sign. Go to another video. 444.
Severe storms and bone-chilling cold for millions and millions of Americans this holiday weekend. And right now, many may be trying to make their way home after mass cancellations and delays made holiday travel a complete nightmare. In Buffalo, New York, nearly 4 feet of snow and bitter cold shut down the city. Officials just updated the death toll from the storm to at least 25 people and said the city of Buffalo is impassable. Mona Kosar Abdi leads us off from a city starting to dig out.
This weekend, the historic Arctic blast and winter storm sweeping across the country.
There is substantial, significant, and devastating loss of life as a result of this winter storm.
The city of Buffalo paralyzed after more than 3 feet of snow. For the first time in the city's history, the fire department not able to respond to calls.
Think about looking just a few feet in front of you at a sheet of white.
Roads blocked by vehicles stuck, rescuers even having trouble navigating the conditions. Thousands still without power and heat, drivers facing treacherous conditions across the country. This couple trapped on Interstate 71 in central Kentucky, spending Christmas in their car.
So almost 12 hours.
Relying on the kindness of strangers for food.
We each got a water from the semi-truck driver and just the sandwich and a granola bar from him.
In Holland, Michigan, roads are littered with abandoned cars. In Illinois, several people were injured in this 8-vehicle crash.
This guy's literally so close to jackknifing. Look.
And a 50-vehicle pileup, killing 4 in Ohio.
This is a stark reminder of what can happen when you get behind the wheel and try to drive in bad weather conditions.
And Mona joins us now from Buffalo. So Mona, you look pretty cold. It still seems to be snowing there. What's the latest on the driving ban in the city at the moment?
So, Alexis, the driving ban was supposed to be lifted at 7 a.m. this morning, but officials extended it for Buffalo and hard-hit areas because, as you mentioned, it is still snowing here for hours this morning. The snow is coming down. The wind right now is really picking up. And what that means is all this
and it's not even negative degrees.
Overnight is being pushed back onto the roads. Now, snowplow drivers have been working around the clock to clear these roads, but a major problem that they're dealing with is that there are dozens and dozens of abandoned cars like the one behind me, just littered all over the county, blocking roads, blocking intersections, and so they have to navigate around that. We're being told that they are moving the abandoned cars to lots so that they can get through the area.
Or I can just stop right there. I'm gonna just bring this scripture out right here. It's way more clips you can find on the internet. I wish I had like different compilation. But I'm just end it off right here. It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 8 and 50, it says, for many great miseries shall be done to them. And this is an example of these great miseries, man. This storm and this winter woe that's been going on here in the States. And it's been taking out a lot of people. It says, for many great miseries, which is when the storm is a great misery, shall be done to them, to the people, that in the latter time, the times that we live in, shall dwell in the world, because which we know this is Esau's world, because they have walked in great pride. So that's why you had these different calamities and these great miseries taking place, is because of the pride, the great pride. And that's primarily dealing with America, and elsewhere. But primarily here in America, that's where you want to see the worst of the worst calamities. And it says, going back to Matthews, for then shall be great tribulation. So we entering into that time, man. So at any moment, this thing can just truly pop off, man. And we'll be in those times of that great tribulation. So with that, hopefully this is edifying. Until next time, I say shalom.